About 10, not really 10 years ago, more like 8 years ago, my husband and I took a vacation. We went to Hatteras Island, North Carolina. It's a beautiful little beach community, and it's nothing but rentals, big, beautiful houses on the beach. And we rented a house. The name of the house was Carpe Diem. And at the time, I thought Carpe Diem, now I'm an educated woman, but I thought Carpe Diem, and I saw it was carp, and I thought, whoa, we named after a fish. Well, one of my favorite things to do was to go out to the beach. I love beaches. I love sitting on the beach. I could sit on the beach all day long. I would go out with a new bathing suit every day because brought five bathing suits with me, and I had planned on having a new bathing suit every day I was on the beach. We were there for 6 days, and I had a new bathing suit for every day except for one. And I wound up going into the village and buying me another one so I'd have one for the last day. Well, I go out there all dressed up in my new bathing suit with my cute little coverall and my new flip-flops and my new beach shoes, and I'd have on a new hat because I love hats too. I'm one of those weird people. I just love to wear hats. Went out there with my basket full of food and my ice chest with the cold drinks in it, and my husband and I would sit in the sun and we would read books and magazines and enjoy the day. But I never went in the water. I do not like going in the water. I hate going in the water. I've had some terrible experiences in the wide open seas. I do not like going into the water. And I'll tell you why. Let's see. My first bad experience was with a stingray. I was walking out in the water, feeling the eyes spry and full of myself, and trying to be cool in front of the surfers in Pensacola, Florida. And I stepped right on a stingray. Honey, that stingray went one way and Kathleen went the other. I fell plooped down, and then when I realized what I had encountered, I took off running and screaming. The next encounter was with a oh yes, this was the worst. I had finally got the mask, you know, that thing, away from my brother, and it was my turn to use it. So I put it on, and you know the water's really clear out there in Florida, in the Gulf. Well, I had put the thing on. Excuse me. Put the thing on, and I was in the water, and I was just swimming, paddling my feet, and feeling all, you know, sea hunt with myself. And I ran right into one of those nasty hammerhead sharks. It was a small one, but it was a shark. Oh, you ain't never heard somebody scream so loud underwater in your life. I screamed, I swallowed salt water, I swallowed sand, I made such a ruckus, and before that shark even knew what hit him, I had turned around and was running back to the beach, and I promised myself I would never get in the water again. Third experience. I was in the water, but I was not in deep. I was in it up until about, I don't know, maybe my knees. Because I thought, if anything comes on me, I can run. If I'm up to it in my knees. Well, my brother was playing on one of those, the rings. It was like an inner tube, that's what it's called. And he was out playing in the water, and and right behind him I saw a fence. And I started screaming, pointing my finger, and yelling, "Sharks!" Oh, the look on his face when he turned around and saw those fins. Turned around like, oh, and then took off running, but the inner tube got caught around his knees and he couldn't run fast enough. It was funny. I'm sorry. It was funny. But not only did I scare the hell out of my brother, but I scared the hell out of everybody that was in the water. And there was a lot of people. And they all took off running and screaming. It was just like in the movie. Donna, Donna, Donna. Jaws. And then people came running out the water and they're screaming and grabbing for their babies, and my mother started crying. We get on the beach and everybody looks at me and says, "It's dolphins, you idiot!" Oh well, what can I tell you? I'm from Louisiana. I'm not used to these things. Ever since that day, I decided it was best for me to stay out of the water. So from that time, the only thing I ever do is walk the beach, walk into the water until it's maybe to my knees, and then I turn around and I'll leave. I do not go into the water. I do not like it. I'm scared of it. Anyway, I was telling you about our trip to Hatteras. And I was staying in the Carpe Diem house. Well, I thought carp meant fish, and I thought the house was named after a fish. And we went out that night. At night, we went out every night. It was fun. People had these big old bonfires, and they sat around the bonfires and sang songs. And I love music, so there'd be kids sitting there playing their banjos and their guitars and beating on tambourines and bongos and making music, and I just enjoyed that so much. And they would say, "Look, it's the couple from the Carpe Diem house," and I'd say, "Yes, we're the people from the fish house." And they got the biggest kick out of me because I never knew what Carpe Diem meant. And I remember the night that they explained it to me, and they were all so full of energy and vitality and gusto when they said, "Seize the day," and they put their little fist up in the air, and they'd say, "Seize the day or die regretting the time you lost." And then they talk about how their lives needed to be full of adventure and full of chances and not being safe. They wanted to be able to seize the day and not be afraid to take chances and not be afraid to take risk, but to be able to just have faith in their ability and know that they were able to do whatever they put their minds to doing. And when a new day came along, they would not let it go by. They would seize the day. And from that time on, whenever those kids saw us, they would raise their fist up in the sky, and they would say, "Seize the day." And of course, they always made fun of me because I thought they called me the fish lady. The lady from the fish house. Well, I started to think about how we live our lives and how for 2 years I spent every minute of every day doing nothing, sitting in the chair, staring at the TV sometimes, staring at the computer, playing games. I played so many games of Scrabble and word games. That was all I did. I didn't do a thing with my life. And there were times when I didn't even get up. I didn't take my nightgown off. I did not do anything until it was time to take my shower at night. Then I got up, went, took my shower, and came back to bed. I totally let my life go to waste. And I thought, how many people are out there today who don't even know about seizing the day and making it count and doing something today that's important, and something today that means something, and something today that helps you to get a little bit further in the race that you're running, to get a little bit further in the journey that you're trying to complete. And I think that's sad. I think it's sad for us to waste time. I think it's sad for us to waste a day. Well, I'm not saying that we need to be running around and doing all kind of work all the time. What I'm saying is I think that we need to seize the day and make it matter. Make it count. Seize the day and do something today that is constructive and something that is useful for you or for someone else, to set goals for every day and to work towards accomplishing them, and to not be afraid to achieve and to succeed and to seize the day. I learned something from those kids on the beach, and it didn't quite snap until I realized how much time I had lost in those 2 years of being depressed. 2 years of not wanting to move. 2 years of not wanting to do anything. All because I'd lost hope in myself. All because I'd lost faith in what I know I'm capable of. And I know today that there are so many people who are so depressed and who are so down on themselves, and they just let the day die. They just let the day go by without even trying to seize it, without even trying to do what you really want to do. Time is precious. Time is valuable. I look back over those 2 years that I was so depressed, and I think time wasted. But then again, I realize that there are so many days before me and I need to seize them. Even if I just do one thing in my life that's important for that day, then that's what I want to do. So that's my word of encouragement for today, is to not be afraid to seize the day, relish it, celebrate it. Find something in the day that you want to do, something that you want to accomplish, and start working for it. Even if you don't do it in the day, it may not be able to be accomplished or succeeded in that day. But you can begin to plant seeds, and you can begin to put forth an effort to seize that day, and in doing so, achieve your dream. Don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to believe in yourself. Don't be afraid to have hope and to have faith in your capabilities. And when you do, when you realize just how important it is to take control of that day, to take control of your life, and to start accomplishing the things that you want and need to do, that's when you're going to start seeing things happen. So, like my young friends in Hatteras Hall, I'm saying to you, seize the day or die regretting the time you lost.